Hey, how are you doing after yesterday?
I'm fine. Mostly just irritated. If that guy doesn't believe in this shit, why is he even here?
I can literally hear you guys.
I'm aware. No fighting today, please.
I didn't come here to fight Esma. I came here for therapy, or whatever.
Then I trust you'll watch what you say from now on so you don't start another argument with your intolerance.
Right.
Oh, sorry. I'm a little late.
You're good.
Welcome to our second meeting, everyone. Glad you all made it on time. I was stuck in traffic and then...
It's 9 at night.
It's 9 at night.
It's alright. Life happens.
You're so sweet. Now that we're all here, do we have any volunteers today?
I'd like to go. If that's alright with everyone else.
Nasir, are you two okay with that?
Yeah.
And do you still want to keep your name private, or is there something else we can call you?
Yeah. You'll find out sooner or later, so... Travis.
Travis, huh. That's pretty familiar.
That's pretty familiar, asshole. Quiet down, please. It's Esma's turn to talk. Esma, whenever you're ready.
I haven't said his name out loud in a long time. It feels like if I do, the ocean might come and take me too. In university, I got big into sailing. Not for medals, but for the peace of it. I always loved the water. It reminded me of my hometown in Bosnia. We were sailing partners, me and Danny. He had a loud laugh and dark, curly hair that he could never manage to tame. The frizz was always so bad when we sailed. He had this old pocket compass that he swore was magic. Of course it wasn't. He let us off course so many times relying on that thing. The real miracle was that I let him keep it. Daniel was truly the most profound person I've ever come to know. A wonderful man, one of the best. He was bright, funny, always triple-checked the knots even if I said they were fine. And he had an odd, endearing obsession with peppermint-flavored candies and baked goods. I trust him fully, not just with sailing, but with everything in our lives. The Golden Lily was a second-hand Catalina 27. It had faded white paint, slightly warped rudder, and a temperamental motor that coughed every time we tried to start it. The name was half flaked off on one side, but we never bothered repainting it. It was beautiful to us. In reality, she was nothing fancy. The mainsail liked to tangle if you didn't baby it. But it was ours. The golden lilies are the national flower of Bosnia. By the way, he was half Iraqi, but was so whitewashed he almost considered himself from Montana. Two sides of the same coin we were. We weren't a couple. Everyone always assumed we were, but we weren't. We were just best friends. He'd say we were tied off to the same cleat and I'd roll my eyes. God, he thought he was clever. He was, but not enough to save himself. It happened during a long crossing. We left early, half a week out from the coast, headed for a quiet cove we'd been planning to anchor in for years. Everything was perfect that morning. Full sun, light chop. We trimmed the jib and just let the wind carry us slow and sweet. I remember Daniel singing. We always sang together during long rides, old folk songs mostly. But that particular day, I suppose I just wanted to hear him. It wasn't pleasant. His voice cracked on the high notes and he could barely stay on key, but I never told him to stop. We'd plan these long trips, plotting them out over hot cocoa and trail mix, just the two of us arguing about wind angles and weather fronts like it's the most important thing in the world. And in a way it was, out there with the sails full and the water stretching in every direction. It felt like everything made sense. We were surrounded by nature's beauty, far away from the politics and the conservative traditional ideologies of our respective families. The day it happened, the weather was kind. The wind was from the southeast, steady but not strong. We had the Genoa out. It was warm, peaceful. the kind of day you don't get too often on the water. I was below deck making peppermint tea and cutting up the brownie I had made into bite-sized chunks when I felt him shift the rudder, just a little. I popped my head up and asked if he was adjusting course. He didn't answer right away, just stared off port side, all quiet for once. I called his name again, and when he didn't answer, I gathered the tea and brownies and headed up. When I got closer, I saw him squinting into the water, but I couldn't see anything out there. I thought perhaps it was a fish of some kind, but there was nothing. We ate and talked for a while like normal, but he seemed more distant than usual. He wasn't focused on us, but on whatever had caught his eye beneath the waves. Around mid...
Speaking of tea, I brought some from home. I thought it might make the atmosphere more cozy. Would anyone like some?
Yes. Wonderful. Thank you, Savannah.
Kid.
Are you okay?
Why the hell do you bring glass cups?
I'm so sorry. Oh God, you're bleeding. Here, have some napkins. I have some in my purse. Just put pressure on it, like this.
Do you need help?
No, I'm all right, thank you.
If you're sure.
It's just my finger. I'll be okay, really.
Here, I found a bandage too. There. Are you sure you're okay?
Yes, I'm okay. Thank you, Savannah.
That stinks. What is that?
What are you talking about?
Maybe the tea was a bad idea. I'm so sorry.
Well, no, it's fine. Just don't drop the glass. Let me help.
I'm sorry. Esma, please continue.
What was I? Oh, yes, I remember. It was around mid-afternoon. I'm not sure the time exactly. Danny and I were looking out into the ocean, nearly to our destination. I thought it was driftwood at first, but it was moving gracefully, like a dolphin, a seal maybe, I thought. Daniel went silent beside me as I pointed it out. She was floating just off the port bow, not treading water, not waving, just there, lying back like the sea was a bed made just for her. She had the darkest skin I'd ever seen. It was shimmering in the sun. She had long, dark hair fanned out on the water like seaweed, and she was smiling, like she'd been waiting. But her teeth, they were too bright, and her skin was too perfect. It was strange, as if she weren't real. I felt something cold in my chest, like a deep, instinctual wrongness. I tried to tell Daniel. I said not to go closer, told him we needed to tack away, that she wasn't waving, wasn't calling out, wasn't right. But he looked at her like he was in a dream. To be honest, I don't even know what I meant by that. You know when it's a beautiful day and you look up and the clouds look fake? It was something similar, something I'd never experienced before and would never experience again, but similar. He got onto his knees and reached towards her, but she didn't move. I grabbed onto his shirt, but he shoved me back with one hand. I fell and I landed on my wrist wrong. It stung and I screamed, but he ignored me. He couldn't reach her. She didn't say a word, didn't need to. He dropped the main sheet, unlatched the lifeline, and just stepped off the side. Daniel had this faraway look when he splashed into the water. I don't think he knew what he was doing. I think he was memorized by some sort of song that only he could hear, and it was coming from that woman. I reached for him, I screamed his name. I did everything short of getting into the water that I knew wasn't safe. When he reached her, he wrapped her arms around him and she pulled him under. That was the last time I ever saw Daniel. The sea had swallowed him whole. I searched for hours after that. I tied a rope to the stern cleat and dove until my lungs burned, but they were just gone. The sea was flat, silent, like it never happened. I was numb. I don't know how long I'd sat there on the golden lily, staring out into the curves of the water, wet and cold. The sky had grown dark, and when the Coast Guard found me, he asked me what had happened, but I couldn't speak. He had questions that I couldn't reasonably answer. I went home after that in a daze. I didn't eat, I couldn't. Nothing felt real. I didn't know what to tell my mother and father when they asked. I rotted in my bed for a week, having terrible nightmares of that woman and what lies beneath the water, the ocean, smooth as glass on top, while the currents and underneath twist and churn like claws. That's what it felt like after that. Like I was stuck on a sea that was smiling with teeth. It drove my mother crazy and ripped at the heart of my father. My brothers tried everything. They grabbed me by the arms and legs and pulled me out of bed, but all I could do was cry. Cry and sleep. The police knocked on our door and took me to the precinct to interrogate me. I was there for 6 hours. I cracked and told them everything. Apparently it was enough for them to sentence me to involuntary manslaughter. I spent 5 years in a women's prison. They convinced the jury that I'd hit Daniel in a fit of passion and he fell into the water, drowning due to the injury. That I'd driven off after I realized what I had done, and was so overcome with grief that I fell into depression. My parents disowned me. My friends turned their backs on me. No one wants to be associated with a murderer, after all. Even my brothers, we don't talk anymore. It wasn't all bad. I took college courses in prison and made other friends, though we drifted when I was released a couple of years back. Finding long-term employment is hard, though. I still do it sometimes. Rot in bed, thinking about that day. The golden lily was in my name, and I didn't have much money, so I sold it when I got out. It was in rough shape, untouched for so many years, and I had no desire to go anywhere near the water anymore. I still don't. Of course I bathe, but it's hard. I can't take baths, only showers. I have to keep the curtains open, and I can't close my eyes. I haven't gotten my hair cut in years because I fear that, what's it called? The hair bowl? I can't do it. I know it's silly.
It's not. It's trauma from a very traumatic event.
I know, it's a bit silly, no? Not being able to take a bath.
It isn't silly at all. Speaking my mind still brings back some bad memories. You're being too hard on yourself. It was a woman, you said? Brown skin, dark hair, and she didn't move from the water?
Correct. What do you...
I'm only curious. You said it was as if she was singing. She wasn't really singing, though, right?
Correct. Are you familiar with this type of creature?
Well, an attractive woman in the water makes me think of a siren. But isn't it a siren song that she uses to lure prey? I'll look into it.
Honestly, thank you, but I'm not sure that I want to know.
You don't want to know what killed your best friend?
Tact, please, Naser. Tact.
Doesn't seem to be in his vocabulary.
I won't lie.
Of emotional
It's haunted my
intelligence.
dreams for a
I
long
think you're
time,
way
that
smarter
creature.
than you are.
But knowing what
I know
hurt
I'm
Daniel
smart.
won't make it any
You
less
seem to think
distressing.
you're big and tough, though.
Humanity's
Isn't it
only
embarrassing?
discovered a little of what lies in the ocean,
You
right?
know what's really embarrassing?
There's probably hundreds
Cursed
things like it, and
ultra-conscious insects. Suck it.
I can't think about it.
Wow.
I can't do it over again. You don't happen to understand, do you?
I can't say I do.
I came here because I didn't want to carry this alone anymore. I thought maybe if I heard other people's stories, I might feel some much-needed validation. It might make me feel less crazy. But I don't want to know what killed Daniel, because it won't bring him back. And it won't stop the nightmares. It will only fuel them.
Ah. Did they find the body?
What?
Well, his body. Daniel's? Did they ever find it?
Yes. They found his body.
In what shape? I'm sure the body was decomposed greatly, and other animals probably tore at the flesh, but...
That's a little
That's all right. I'll find out myself. Can I have his last name?
What the fuck? Back off!
No, it's all right.
Oh, gosh. Sorry. Did I overstep? I was just curious. Gosh, I didn't mean to upset you.
You didn't. I'm just a little shocked. Those were odd questions.
Right. I'm sorry. Well, it seems we've run out of time for tonight. I'll see you all next Saturday.
Hey, Savannah?
Oh, Travis. Hello.
I don't know. I think I have a problem. Maybe it's nothing.
A problem? Do tell. Maybe I can help. I hope I can.
My experience, I guess, is just kind of graphic. I don't know. It might make you guys feel weird, and I don't want anyone to be uncomfortable having me in the group.
Well, what do you mean?
Naser already recognized me, so I guess cat's out of the bag, huh? I'm Travis Rothenberg, as in the only survivor of the fucking communion killer.
Oh, I, don't know who that is.
For real?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you're a survivor. I'm sure. What does a serial killer have to do with supernatural creatures? Out of curiosity.
I'll, tell you tomorrow. Night, Savannah.